Hey, it's Rob. Welcome to Axel's Garage. Right here with Barry White again. Well, when we first got Barry and I had the dash apart, I put a new wire in for a backup cam because the backup cam did not work. It was broken, hanging, didn't work at all. So I bought a backup cam, put the wire in behind the radio, and just curled it up in that fuse panel at the end of the the dashboard there, and I never got to it. So when I went to go get to it, I said, wait, I had an epiphany before I ran the wire all the way under the vehicle back here. There's one here, and I wonder if the new backup camera will plug into the old backup camera. So I follow the wire, and it comes up over here in the taillight, and now I got some dikes, and I'm going to pull it apart and see if I can get this new backup camera to wire to the old backup camera without having to run a new wire. Let's see. All right, so we're gonna go with a big fat negative on that one. Let me show you what I found in here. See this module and this antenna back here? Apparently at one time it had a wired backup camera. However, the radio up there in the back of it didn't have anything that would indicate there was a wired backup camera. Or wireless, I said wireless backup camera, I said wired. So we're gonna have to start from scratch here on this one. So what we have here, these were spliced in. This looks like it's going to be the reverse trigger on the green here and the ground on the black. They were stripped and spliced, and there was wires wrapped around it, and it was all corroded, so I cut all the corroded stuff out and we'll make it nice. I don't have directions for the backup camera because I lost them. So I'm guessing. So I'm going to go with the reds. Try to keep the heat away from too much of the ends. So I don't melt that heat shrink. Alright, I saw the solder break. Now I'll go to the ends and just try to seal them up a little bit. Let that one cool. I'm going to have to do the same thing with the red. And I'll let that cool down, and let's see if we can test it before we button it all up. I think I made some kind of mistake because this is what's coming from the radio. It's a red wire and this yellow, and I hooked up the red already and that over there. I don't know if this was supposed to go here also. I don't know. Maybe I don't have to use this end if I'm using it on this end. I don't know. But let's see what happens like this. So I got it all loosely connected. Let me. Okay, so if I manually access the camera, this is working right now. Reverse is on, and if I go to the radio, I manually hit the camera, I'm good. All right, but I'm not getting anything now. If you notice here, I got a piece of wire, and that's why I always heat shrink these things, because I know sometimes if you're not careful with the wire and you got it you didn't make a smooth thing. But this actually is going to help because yep. So by touching this to the wire, gives me the backup camera. I'm looking up. There I go. I got my finger on it. It's touching that. And if you can see all the way down to the radio. I got the backup camera on. If I let go of it, backup camera comes off. So there's our issue right there. Both of these wires had to get connected. I screwed that up. Let me see if I can get this off without too much trouble. Gonna cut it right at the solder. I don't think you guys are helping me though, because I just would have made the connection. I have to run this wire under the vehicle. I can't make the connection now. I got to bring it up through the taillight. Were you guys paying attention? Because I got this, I can't drive around with the wire hanging out like it is now. So I got to run it down under the vehicle into this taillight. Or in the vehicle into this taillight. Let's see what the easiest scenario is for this. Alright, so I ran my wire along the chassis rail, zip tied it up and out of the way of anything, put it into here. I got my 2 red wires and the green soldered up into the other green. I got my ground wire on this side. Connections are good. I tested it. Now all I got to do is shrink wrap it, put the taillight back together. Well, actually, before I put the taillight back together, so this wire here is coming from the camera, so this will separate, okay, like that, and this is all I'm going to have to fish down over here somewhere and bring it up to the taillight, plug it in, and then I can button the taillight back up. I hate running that wire under the truck the whole length, especially on an old, scaly, rusty truck underneath, because everything just gets in your face. It's a pain in the ass. All right, we got our taillight back in. Camera's mounted. I had Emily come out here and help me adjust it. Tightened up the screw. All the wiring zip tied neat and out of the way. And yeah. Well, we are one step closer to getting rid of Barry White. You know, we're finishing up all the little doodads that we didn't do while we had it. And we're doing that because we're selling Barry to a family member. And that's what we do. So, got a little bit more work to do on Barry, but that's it for today. I hope you enjoyed the real quick video on putting in the backup camera. As always, thanks for watching.